And Nhlanhla, if early results are any indication, are we going to see a monumental shift in South African politics?
Well, I can certainly tell you that we will see a monumental shift if the preliminary results are anything to go by. I must emphasize, though, that it's still very early days, as it's only day one of vote counting here in South Africa at the main national results center, where results are being tallied up as we speak right now into the wee hours of the morning as well. Still very early, however, judging from what we are seeing, it would seem that the newly formed MK party is certainly making inroads, especially in areas where the ANC is quite dominant, the ANC being the ruling party in the country right now. And of course, the man behind that particular party, or the formation behind this MK party, being former President Jacob Zuma, who very interestingly is still a member of the ANC, but now leads this new formation. But it would seem that, judging by these preliminary results, the ANC has tried to maintain a very confident posture, if you will, to say, look, they are waiting for the final result and are going to weigh their options regarding coalition talks, which are set to begin very soon in the aftermath of this election result. How reliable are these early results? Could things change once more votes are being counted? I mean, President Ramaphosa seems rather confident that ANC can hold on to its parliamentary majority. Well, certainly things could change because, as I mentioned, these are still preliminary results. So we expect the big chunk of numbers, especially from key provinces here in the country, to start coming in during the coming days as we start assessing really the national outlook of how these elections, or the election result, if you will. But it would seem that more than anything else, the MK party is gaining a lot of confidence, especially when it looks at its performance in key provinces such as KwaZulu-Natal, which very interestingly is one of the ANC strongholds here in the country. But it would seem that dominance when it comes to numbers in KZN is really falling short this time around in this particular election, as already these preliminary results show that areas like KZN show a strong showing by parties such as the MK party. Very interestingly, the big three parties in the country, that's the ANC, the DA, and the EFF, seem to be performing disappointingly this time around, as it would seem that these preliminary results that are coming out right now show a very poor performance on the part of especially the ANC, where it would seem that it's losing its dominance in key areas or key provinces in this country, and also runs the threat of losing what many dub as a key area in Gauteng here in Johannesburg, where it would seem that parties such as the MK party, maybe even the EFF, and other smaller parties are eating away at the dominance of the ANC. But well, let me interrupt you. Hold on a second. Let me interrupt you for a second. Let's talk about this MK party. Has the ANC given any indication whether it's a party they could work with if it ends up that it has to form a coalition government? Is that a scenario that could possibly happen, a coalition between ANC and this MK party that you're talking about? Look, I'll be honest with you. The ANC right now has come out to formally say that they are weighing their options. So they haven't hinted at any suggestion that they would go into coalition talks with the MK party. Very interestingly, speaking strongly against former President Jacob Zuma, to say that he's resigned himself from the ANC. And as far as things go, he's on the opposite side now. He's on the opposite end, fighting against the ruling party that is the ANC. But anything is possible at this point. We could see talks then emerging. Some are hinting at possible coalition talks between the Red Berets, which are the EFF party led by Julius Malema, along with the ANC, or even prospects of having a super coalition with the country's main opposition party, that is the DA. It is a marriage that many are very wary of, but saying that, look, if the ANC wants to not get into these lengthy coalition talks with parties like the MK party, which is at polar opposites with the ANC in terms of contestation, it would seem it would have to really weigh its options and consider parties like the DA, for instance, which is the main opposition party in the country, or even the EFF. But like I said, the EFF also not performing as well as it would like in this country.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. And Nhlanhla Sehume, thank you so much.